Hello, beautiful beings. Welcome to Demelo Universe. Thank you so much for joining us. This is a spirit message reading for the collective. A collective reading for messages from source energy, from spirit at this time. Something for you to know, something for you to understand, something for you to experience and to realize. Beautiful beings, we have in my house share, we have a beautiful pit bull by the name of Lulu, and she is sleeping in the background with a few snores, so you might hear her from time to time. Okay, let us see what Spirit would like to share with each and every single one of us. What do we learn? What do we know? We'll begin with some angel answers, then we'll pull some Prism oracles, and then we'll also have some tarot. So first, some angel answers. What would you like us to know, Spirit? Thank you, each and every single one of you, for your donations, for your support, and for booking one-on-one sessions with us. We really appreciate your support. More than words can say. Okay. A year from now. And perfect timing. Okay, so these two go hand in hand. Yes. Okay, Spirit asked us to read these separately. I'm just going to tap into this energy a bit longer to see what Spirit wants us to say. Okay, Spirit is saying a lot of you are working on beautiful experiences and beautiful, your abundance. You've been wanting to work on your abundance, on your finances, on your career, on your stability. And Spirit is saying there is a lot of building which is happening for you at this time on a soul level, energetically, and that you are going to really experience a lot of the abundance that you are seeking in a year from now. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to succeed. You are absolutely going to succeed. But Spirit is really saying this is something you don't want to rush. Take it slow. This is not a message for everyone. So whoever was asking about a specific timing, and you'll know who this belongs to. Like you'll feel it. You'll feel it. It'll resonate. It'll tingle. And Spirit is saying, those of you who your heart is sinking, don't see it as a negative. It's not that things aren't happening. Things are happening, but for the way in which you want to experience it, at the level that you want to experience it, you will experience it in about a year from now. Right now in your life, whoever you may be, there is a lot of energy, there is a lot of spiritual evolution and mending and breakthroughs and experiencing that's happening within your grid at this time. Yes, the Spirit is really saying don't rush the process a year from now. And again, it's like maybe some of you are working on a book and you're thinking, I really want to get this book out now. And Spirit's saying, take your time. If you're getting resistance, trust. By the year, in the year, it's going to be done. But don't think that things aren't happening. Perfect timing. There are beautiful things happening along the way. It's just that there are some major, it feels like for some of you there's a major thing you're working on, or maybe something that's been eluding you. Spirit is bringing that too now. For some of you there might be something that's eluding you, something you've been trying to do, trying to start off, writing that book, creating that album, painting, whatever it might be. Maybe you want to start a family, whatever it might be. And Spirit is saying, whatever it is, if whatever it is you're trying to do, you are hitting yourself against the wall, it's resistant. About a year from now, the energies are just maturing for it. And it's not a negative. It's, you want it to come in a year from now. You don't want it now. You really don't want it now. You think you want it now. You don't. You want it in a year from now. And with the way this card, the four angels here, the divine feminine, masculine, the grid happening around the earth, I feel Spirit is saying this is because of energy. It has nothing to do with you not being, it's like, don't think it's you, oh, I'm not good enough, or, you know, why do I have to suffer, or must it be a struggle? Spirit saying what you're asking for requires specific energy grid, specific planetary alignment, specific energies to be available. Remember, we're shifting into the Aquarian realm, and in this realm things work a bit differently, and there's specific almost sequences as these energies are initiating and activating. And a lot of you are attracted to this reading, because not all of you will be. Those who are, you know what we talk about. You can feel how just even going through the different seasons, the different star seasons, Libra, Taurus, Aries, the different eclipses, the different moons, the different portals, you can feel how very specific and unique the energies have been this year. That's because all the different energies are aligning and adjusting to this new Aquarian grid, this new Aquarian framework of creation. Thus, there's specific energies that need a maturing, that need to almost click in place before certain things can be experienced or done or achieved. Fascinating. Spirit has also brought in a very interesting new energy just about the health of the planet as a whole. That also in terms of COVID and everything happening, everything will have settled into, even almost the release or the, how can we say, COVID, the ending of it, the resolution, in about a year. Not that it's going to come back, no, but it's like in about a year it'll be a thing of the past. For those of you who maybe COVID has been heavy on you, has been something that's been a very worrisome experience, maybe how things have blocked, or maybe even Spirit is saying even just how things operate, the expenses of airline, the economy. In a year from now, things will really have normalized. Some of you needed that answer and that clarity. Okay, very interesting energies with this year from now. So for those of you, when it comes to your business or your abundance, Spirit is saying give it time to grow. For those of you, when it comes from something you've been trying to launch, trying to start, but you keep just hitting your head against the wall, don't rush it. Give it some time to grow and evolve. If it's about a world crisis or the world events, the matters of the world, give it about a year to resolve. A year seems to be a very good energy for things to really settle in a lot of your questions at this time. Okay. And then now we move to perfect timing. Okay, thank you. And Spirit is saying with this perfect timing is Spirit really wants you to reset your mind frame on when you expect things to happen, and to know that everything is happening within perfect timing. In the Aquarian age, everything, again, as we received with this year from now, is very energy specific. Should you receive information a week before that information is important to you in your physical life, you will tend to overthink it, worry about it, rush it. Okay, give me a moment. It seems that Lulu would like to go outside. Okay, so, and how perfectly timed is that she wants to go outside as we cross into the new card. So Spirit is saying we are having the specific energies for the Aquarian realm, because should you receive information a week before about something that perhaps you've been wanting to manifest, overthink it, overanalyze, you start thinking, no, it's taking too long, then you start problem solving. So Spirit's saying you end up adding energy which is not necessary, and then actually takes away from your manifestation, takes away from the full potential of what you've been trying to achieve. So the perfect timing is for purpose. You receive the information exactly when you need to apply it. You receive the assistance exactly when you need it. You receive the abundance exactly when you need for you to use it. Not in this almost... Spirit is saying we have a tendency to need something to come in now for us to feel secure. Oh, now that it's in, now I can relax. Now that I know, now I can relax. The Spirit's saying stop holding your ease hostage from physical validation and knowing in that way. It's time for you to simply be at ease at all times, knowing that everything is coming in at all times. Spirit is really wanting you to stop needing direction, needing the timing, needing to know, needing to plan, needing things in the external to be a specific way before you are at ease. That is you creating absent your power and giving the physical realm control over you, even time and even direction having power over you. It's time for you to really believe in divine timing, to trust in your frequencies. Spirit is saying everything is coming in exactly at the right moment for you to use it, and not a moment sooner, because then it'll almost be too soon. Okay, so just be mindful and be open and expect the unexpected. Spirit is this really feels like a whole healing on timing. Spirit is saying you're almost rushing things. You want things to happen now. And Spirit is saying slow down. Everything is happening within divine timing. And that when you surrender to divine timing, as you are waiting for the major shifts, so much is happening along the way. So much is happening along the way. Okay, let's pull some Prism Oracle cards to see another focus point for the healing and the messages Spirit would like to bring through. Reflection and isolation. Okay. So Spirit here with the reflection and the isolation, Spirit said these cards go hand in hand. And what I'm feeling is it's time for you to take a deep look at what you... Just give me a moment. Give us a moment. This is interesting. The energies we're receiving. Okay, thank you. Understand that everything honors you completely. Everything honors you completely. What you are within is what you are experiencing in the external. Absolutely. And should you always be in a place of complete high vibing, high energy, good, and this isn't, we're not talking about pretending and then just like, everything is burning around you, everything is fine. No, we're not talking about that kind of gaslighting, toxic positivity. We're talking about you understanding, I'm a bit worried right now, I'm not happy, why? Well, I keep thinking that I'm lackful, I keep thinking that things aren't working out, so I need to maybe change my thinking, I need to change my pattern of behavior. oh, I keep these toxic relationships around me. Maybe I need to shift out of the toxic behavior. So Spirit is saying, it's time for you to really take a powerful look at how you are, because as you are, that is how you be. That is what's reflecting, and that is what's manifesting. And the isolation that you might be feeling is for this reflection work. It's almost like Spirit is saying, thank you, Spirit. There's a very specific way in which you personally manifest things as an individual being. There's a very specific way in how what you want within manifests in the external. For example, for us, we have come to understand that our energy has to be at ease at all times. Has to be. For the work we do is to create, rather to access information from the unknown, from the shadow, from the divine feminine frequency, and to bring it into the light, into the seen, into the divine masculine energy. In order for that to happen, we need to be open at all times. We need to be authentic at all times. We need to be vulnerable at all times. We need to be available to all energies of the universe every single moment. And in order for that, for us to be comfortable with being so open, ease assists a great deal. At ease, the soul is at ease, source is at ease, universe is at ease, spirit is at ease. At ease, we feel completely within the harmony of all the energies. And that is how we specifically, personally manifest. If we are stressed, it doesn't work out, which is why we only have 3 slots of personalized bookings, where we see clients 2 p.m., 4 p.m., 6 p.m. our time, no matter what. Because in the beginning, we used to see people all over trying to accommodate everybody else's different times. We would wake up early in the morning to see clients all over the world. We were stressed, we were not really happy doing that, and we saw our abundance just literally stopped. It became a standstill. But as soon as we released and we just did what brought us ease, fluidity and the bookings came in, and the clients didn't mind waking up at different times, for they wished us to also be in a good space for the work we are doing. And not only with Demelo Universe, in everything in our life experience, every single space we have released anything that takes away the ease, because for us specifically, personally, at ease, we create abundance. And Spirit is saying it's time for each and every single one of you to find out what your alchemy is. That's the isolation. It is not for you to be alone, but it's for you to finally release the tethering of everybody influencing how you do things. What's expected of you? What is realistic? What is stability? What is a responsible way of doing things? What is a productive way of doing things? All of these regurgitated rules and regulations as to how to do things, Spirit saying doesn't honor you, doesn't serve you. That's hence the Libra energy, hence that Virgo energy we're seeing here. As within without, Libra energy, the balancing of the scales, the Hermit card, in your truth, in your isolation, do you then experience the journey of your soul? And Spirit is saying, at this time, you are really crystallizing, understanding how you personally manifest your magic, your soul. You're almost going into a spiritual, not a boot camp, you've almost experienced the boot camp, but this is more of a physical introduction. Your soul is saying, welcome to Soul Creation 101, but it's specific to you. No longer a generalized rule of how to create, but specifically how your energies uniquely create. And you're being crystallized into it. You are being perfected into it. For us, just another example, we have recently been told that we create from the frequency of unknown, the unknown frequency. It's a frequency which we have recently come really into alignment with. and that we primarily operate from that frequency. We actually, our soul is actually born of that frequency, and when we come into this physical manifestation, we don't physically manifest often. We generally actually remain in the spiritual realm, the unknown. This is one of the very few times we are actually in physical form in this experience to assist anchoring our energies this way. And so for us now to create, we need to be completely at ease within the unknown frequency. So we cannot know what happens tomorrow. We cannot plan, we cannot try, we cannot problem solve, we cannot, even when we came in, before we had found this space where we can stay in here, we knew we had to move, we felt to move. When we asked Spirit, should we look, they said no. Should this? No. We just kept getting no. We will discover it. For us, we step into the energy and then it manifests an unknown. We cannot pre-plan. It's not how our unique frequency creates. When we do the pre-planning and the very human thing of house searching and checking and blah, 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 as much as it does sound very stable and logical and very, gives that sense of stability and calm, for us, for our frequency, it doesn't work, and it just brings stress and it doesn't align. When we simply release it and then we are given intuitive instruction, now look for this person or contact this person, or when we simply allow ourselves to receive it in perfect timing, boom, it works out. And so for these past few weeks, we have been going through this lesson of true understanding of how we create from our non-physical into the physical. Specifically, of course, for everyone, releasing the outcome, releasing the known and allowing yourself to receive, that's how you manifest. But what we're receiving is that for each and every single one of you, because you're all different aspects of source energy, there's specific tweakings, there's specific ways in which you uniquely create, which you are now really being shown. And that's what you're all feeling, which is why you feel to do things on your own, to do things in a way which honors you. And it might make you feel a bit alone, a bit isolated, because nobody understands you. But this is why Spirit is saying what you're wanting, for the most part, especially when it comes to material manifestations, will take a year from now. Because Spirit is saying you really want this to come in when you have mastered this energy. You really want this beautiful opportunity to come in when you have mastered this energy. So it's the first time I've actually realized I haven't, I'm doing readings in this new room and there's light coming in. So I'll just lift the cards to be in a bit of the shade. So Spirit is saying the reason why, you see, in the Aquarian realm, the realm we're in, it's authentic creation. It's not generalized creation. It's not oppressed creation. It's not the sheep, the herd of the sheep creation. It is your unique, individual, authentic truth creation. And so you are all being taught individually, uniquely, how you create in your own frequency. Once this has been mastered, boom, you sort of step into your creative power. And Spirit saying in about a year from now, you will have really mastered how you create in this physical realm. Okay, it's a process that takes about a year. Not necessarily for everyone. Some of you might be able to maybe have mastered it in a shorter space of time, but it's not a race. It's not there's no rushing this. Spirit is really saying, in order for your energy to really align and tune in to the frequency of authentic creation, You need to really understand the mastery of how you authentically create, and only you can discover this. With this isolation card, it's not something that someone else can validate for you. It's not something that can make sense for somebody else. Just like when I mention how we have been learning, a lot of the clients, when we're having the sessions, will be like, wow, that's a scary place to be. We look forward to seeing how your journey is, but that sounds intense. And for me, it's the most natural thing to do now. But for another person, it might sound absolutely terrifying, not being able to search for the new home they're going to go live in. And for us in the beginning, when we thought about it, we thought, ooh, it does feel scary. But why does it feel scary? Well, because we're conditioned to do it the other way. If I was born, and immediately when I was born, my angels and guides told me, hey, you can't search for stuff. Things will sort of manifest unknown, randomly, as you are guided. Oh, then this would have not been scary. It would have just been a normal, natural thing for me to do. And Spirit is saying each and every single human soul has a very unique way of creating. And now it's time for you to understand your unique way of creating in order for you to almost plug in to the Aquarian realm of authentic creation. Then everything you're doing will be matched. You will then finally match this new frequency of creation, and you'll find that divine timing is assisting you to come into this mastery of your unique creative way. This is you really understanding the magician you are on a whole new level. Okay, well, thank you, Spirit. We finally got to the message. Wow, okay, we received a lot of messages, but know that everything we received about this, everything is true and is valid for each and every one of you. But for the collective message, yes, each and every single one of you are really learning how you uniquely create and manifest. And you know what we mean. We feel that when you're watching this, you're saying, that's what's happening to me. Yes. And you can feel the shift. You can feel how it's changing how you operate. And it might not be easy for you to explain it to other people. Other people can't get it. They won't get it. You are just hopefully you have people who just support you and be like, you know what? We trust you. If this is what you think you need to do, you need to do it. And Spirit is saying, just allow yourself that space to really come into the mastery of your creative energy. And then once you are shifted into there, every single thing you want, relationship, career, whatever it is you're working on, it will be at that level once you have plugged into your, it's like, it looks like a Rubik's Cube, right? Which is solving itself. But there's a very specific way in which you solve your Rubik's Cube. It's not the same movements. It's a very unique movement. Even the colors are very unique to you. They're not even the normal primary colors you see. So as you are busy, and secondary colors you see, because there are more colors than primary there. So as you are busy solving a Rubik's Cube, it might look very different from how somebody else is solving their Rubik's Cube. But once you have solved it and you've come into that perfect place, then you insert your Rubik's Cube in each and every single one of your experiences, and boom, everything works out perfectly for you. And you are having the time to learn and to integrate this method of yours over, it seems like a year period of timing. Okay. Right, let us pull some tarot. Again, sorry for the light through the window. It's very light curtains and I don't have anything at this time to cover it. Six of Swords, yes, movement. You will move into a flow. You are moving into a better situation. But this is really, I really do feel Spirit is saying you are being moved into a different frequency of creating, a different way of being, a different experiencing of things, a different alchemy. And for you to allow the shift. Sixes are all about harmony and balance and things finally working out to your favor. So know that yes, absolutely, things will start working out for you. Yes, things will start. Just give me a moment, beautiful beings. Okay, I just threw a blanket up. So there we go, the Six of Swords. Yes, this is moving on to tranquil waters. Spirit is saying things are going to start feeling better. Things are going to start moving forward and feeling more swift. You are really going through an integration. We're really feeling it here with this reflection, this as above, below, as within, without. And it's only you can really come into the true mastery of how you really uniquely create. And you are at this time going through a transition, going through a transformation, going through an understanding of how your energy works. And it's not something that someone can come and bring a guidebook to you. It's not nobody else in this external world can give you an understanding of how your energy works. Only you, by receiving it internally in that isolation. Expressive isolation doesn't mean you're going to be alone. It's only you can receive it straight from source. Only you can receive the truth of it. And that is what's happening through this transformation process as you are moving from operating how the general populace operates and creates to you understanding how you uniquely do. And Spirit is saying you will move from this bumpy integration, this bumpy time as you are learning about it, into smoother. You're going to almost get into the flow of how you operate, and it's going to be a lot more smoother. It's going to be a lot more tranquil. Just as we, Valastri, as our frequency is really coming to terms with this unknown frequency which we create from, and once we are, for example, in the very beginning, because we actually remember we started tapping into this energy about 2 years ago, actually, because from then we were asked not to really look and not to really search, just to simply trust we'll know what's going on. And from when we used to definitely panic and freak out, to this time round when we knew we had to move and we're like, oh, well, it'll come. It sort of comes to the point where it's not such a uncomfortable experience because you're getting used to how you operate, and then everything flows in accordance to it. And yes, look, Spirit is saying your blessings, what you want is coming. This has been quite a huge journey. Okay, starting in 2020, 2019, 2020, 2021. All of this has been a huge transformation for you to truly step into your authentic expression of being in order for you to finally receive all that you've been asking for. The abundance, the love, the clarity, your authentic manifestations, your purpose, etc. And Spirit saying, it's almost like we didn't really understand the magnitude of what it would mean to really step into authentic truth. It wasn't just about, just setting intentions and being mindful. Yes, that's an important part, but also releasing toxic situations, releasing toxic environments, releasing toxic people, releasing everything of the external to completely start at a blank canvas. And now that we're starting at a blank canvas, relearning truly how you operate on a soul frequency in order to finally align to that which is in harmony with your soul. As Spirit is saying, this is a divine path where you are now going to feel blessed. You are moving towards those desires. And look, they're born of Spirit, born of your soul. You just need to almost recalibrate how you create, how your soul works. You're getting into that school, into that learning right now, the transition into a space where you are now a receptive being to receive that which you want. because in order for you to receive your heart's desire, your soul's desire, those goals and opportunities, those blessings, you need to be in the authentic frequency to receive them. You need to present yourself in the authentic frequency to receive them. You need to be an authentic being. Your soul needs to be completely open in that space for you to create in that energy. And it is coming. You are truly on the path. Yes, the Chariot breakthrough. It is a breakthrough. And the Queen of Pentacles, love the Queen of Pentacles coming through. So yes, the Chariot breakthrough. And the Chariots is Cancerian energy. And Cancerian energy is the crab. And the crab navigates between the water and the earth. The sacral chakra and the root chakra. The divine feminine, being in your highest self. And then creating into the earth, onto the land, in stability. And that's the breakthrough you're coming through, really learning how you to create from your authentic light from within to finally manifest in the physical, in order for you to now finally navigate both the emotional and the spiritual realm with the physical, with the seen, with the solidity, with the foundation. So yes, it is time for a breakthrough. You are going to come to a breakthrough. You are going to come to beautiful new beginnings. You are really moving forward. And Spirit really wants you to trust in this energy right now. Give it time. Give yourself time to learn how you work, is what we're receiving. Give yourself time to learn how you work. You're no longer this newborn baby having people, parents tell you how to be, society tell you how to be, religions tell you how to be, culture tells you how to be. You have released all of those imprisoning ways of being. And you're now receiving straight from source energy. And it's a little bit uncomfortable. It's a whole metamorphosis. It's a whole rewiring. You're fumbling about, trying to figure things out. And Spirit saying, this is normal. This is natural. It's only you can go on this path, because you're finally understanding how to allow your inner world to be a true reflection of the outer world you're creating. And there's a very specific way in which you create. And here we see it of the Queen of Pentacles, again, divine feminine energy in the earth. Yes, you receiving in your highest self. You finally receiving in your highest clarity. Finally, the manifestation of your soul, the doing energy of your soul manifesting in the physical. You receiving it in the physical. Your career, your relationships. And Spirit is saying you will receive it. And again, this doesn't mean you're receiving it, nothing happens and only in a year. No, you are receiving quite a lot of things. But Spirit's saying what you want, you wanting like the big, like the huge energy, how can we say this? The desires and the manifestations which require your soul at your authentic truth to be will only be once you have mastered how your soul manifests authentically, if that makes sense. There are certain desires and manifestations which can come through which don't require the crystalline clarity of your soul. But there are some desires that you want. There are some wish fulfillments that you want which require you to be starlight clarity creators, meaning in the very core truth of your soul creating. And at this time, you are learning how to be there. And once you are there, you will receive these major ones. We call them major simply because we feel they're quite important to you. It's like the quite important things that you're wanting. You would consider them major in your life. And Spirit is saying they are coming. And as it's maturing along the way, you will be receiving rewards. You will be receiving blessings. You will be receiving manifestations. Be light, be playful, and know that you are becoming and you are being restored. The remembrance of you. You are rebuilding who you are. And you soon will really remember how you uniquely operate. Spirit is saying, think of the sun. The sun knows how to be the sun exacting, which is why it is the sun as it shines. The moon knows how to be the moon exacting, which is why it is the moon. And the moon is not like the sun or any other moons or any other suns, like any other stars. Earth is like earth. There's no other earth. And earth knows how to be earth exacting. You are a unique being. There's no other you. And you are being taught, integrated, transforming, transitioning into how to be you exacting. You are going to be the unique, singular being on earth. No one else is like you. You are finally learning how to be that no one else like anyone else. And the last card. Look at this, and 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment, satisfaction. You will have your emotional contentment. You will have your wish fulfillment. You will have your dreams come true. And Spirit is really emphasizing that along this path, along this journey, along you learning this, you will be blessed. You will receive beautiful blessings, and we can attest to it. Along us fumbling around, learning this unknown frequency we are creating from this new way of trusting, we have been receiving a beautiful home, a beautiful space. Things have been coming. And Spirit is saying, maybe we want our own beautiful sanctuary. Give it a year for us to really master this frequency. And then in a year, we'll be able to manifest that beautiful sanctuary. But right now, as we are learning, we will always have a home of comfort. If that just makes sense to apply it to each and every single one of your situation. Spirit is saying, what you want, your big desire is coming. Along the way, you will receive the support and the assistance you need. You are simply really learning how you, your soul, uniquely as an individual frequency, a unique frequency, operates and works. How you manifest, because it's time for the physical to reflect you exacting, and only you within your own journey, isolation, your own experiencing, your own error, trial and erroring, your own discovery can really come into the understanding, the handling and the mastery of how you uniquely create. And remember, it's more of a memory. You've already mastered this. Your soul knows exactly how you create. It's just that you in the physical have long forgotten. So it's just you remembering how your soul creates. It's as if, imagine if the sun forgot how to shine and it always sort of glowed a dull purple. And that's because that is what the world told the sun to be a dull purple, because everything is a dull purple. And now, only now is the sun realizing, wait a minute, I think I'm more of a golden yellow shine, brighting heat ball. And now it's almost learning how to get into that space. And as it's doing, though, it's sort of like strobing between dull purple and yellow until eventually it becomes a blazing ball of fire that we see now. A ridiculous example, I know, but that is just how to give you an understanding of where you are at right now. And Spirit is saying, so yes, the up and down and the stumbles might seem a bit disheartening, but don't look at it that way. And things might be coming too slow, and that might seem disheartening, but it's not for delay. It's not to keep you at bay. It's not to keep you withheld. You are literally learning how to own your truth wholly and completely again, thus manifesting your truth wholly and completely in the physical once more. Blessed be.